Hi guys, welcome to Charities Bubble USA. Today I have a guest. I have a guest. Finally, he's here, and I'm gonna interview in a little bit. So I'm gonna give him a chance to say hi. But before that, I want to thank all my subscribers for subscribing to my channel. If you are new here, kindly consider subscribing to our channel. We are on the road to 4,000 subscribers, and thank you for your overwhelming support. So, without further ado, I'm gonna let my guest introduce himself.
Hello, hello. My name is Francis Nganga. I've come to Charity Bubbles. I don't know whether I've forgotten English because I've been using speaking in Kiswahili when I was back home and a
Uh,
lot of Kikuyus, but I'm going to try to remember some of these words in English.
so,
So,
thank you for joining us, and I'm just gonna move the whatever the speaker a little bit. So, how are you? You just went to Kenya. How is Kenya?
the Kenya is a good country,
Mm-hmm.
and I admire to go back to Kenya
Uh-huh.
because there is no stress, there is a good life. When you have some money, you are comfortable with what you are doing. It's not like America, you need a lot of money
Uh-huh.
so that you can be able to achieve. But in Kenya, even if you have a motorbike, you can make a good life. There is Fuliza. If you don't have money,
You Fuliza.
you just Fuliza and you are good for a day.
Uh-huh.
So life is very comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
There are so many people who are doing good stuff.
Okay.
Nowadays, when I went back home, there are so many people with small cars. They are doing Uber.
Mm-hmm.
Others they are doing like DoorDash. So the Kenya is growing. What I can say, the Kenya is growing. It's
Mm-hmm.
not the way I left it 8 years back, or
Mm-hmm.
like sometimes I was there back.
Mm-hmm.
Those people who need to invest back home, they are doing good job
Mm-hmm.
because I can say like if a motorbike to take you from just a small distance is just 50 shillings.
Oh wow.
So in a day, somebody with a motorbike can make even 1,000 or 500. That's a good money.
But
But
you have to look at the maybe the number of motorbikes in a place. I think they go by tons, or how do they work?
yeah, they operate by turns. Do you know the area the bird catch the big worms?
Yeah, they are occupied. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So what I can advise people, those who live in rural areas, it is good for you to go to urban areas.
Okay.
Like in the airport, there are so many like small people who operate Uber, but it depends with how smart you are, so that you can be able to make money.
Okay.
Even here in America, you cannot come here like you sit down and you think money is going to find you in the house. No, my dear. You must wake up, you must think, and you must motivate yourself.
I know Monica, man, like it's a country of milk and honey, so you can just find in money anywhere.
No, 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 no. America is more harder than Kenya because in Kenya there are so many opportunities you can try. You can block anything, but in America you must use any legal thing so that you can be able to achieve.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a video that has been asked about so much. There's some people who are asking me about plumbing,
Mhm.
and other people were asking me about truck driving. So I'm gonna just let you just tell us a little bit about plumbing, how you started, or did you come and do your plumbing here, or did you do your plumbing in Kenya, and then we are gonna go to truck driving. So tell us a little more about plumbing.
Yes, I'm a qualified plumber because before I came to America, I've gone to college to study plumbing. It was called it was a technical course that I went to in Kimathi Technical by that time,
Mm-hmm.
and I studied plumbing for 3 good years.
Mm-hmm.
So before I came to America, I went to school and I have studied about the plumbing as a technical course
Mm-hmm.
and a trade course.
Mm-hmm.
Even back home, I was doing very well and I was doing very good when I was in Nairobi because I was doing technical work in plumbing.
Mm-hmm.
So I did not come in America to learn how to do the plumbing. I
Yes.
was a plumber back
Mm-hmm.
home, so
Mm-hmm.
I know how the plumbing it is.
Okay, now, and do you do it here in the US, or like how did you go about it?
In America, yes, I do plumbing, but it requires a license.
Mm-hmm.
And the license, so that you can get a license, you must go and sit the exam to the city.
Mm-hmm.
And the main problem is not the exam.
Mm-hmm.
You want to stay with somebody like an attachment
Mm-hmm.
for the next 3 years.
Mm-hmm.
So when you come here, like when you are young and you
Mhm.
don't have a lot of burdens, like you don't have so many bills,
Mm-hmm.
you can be able to be under somebody for the next 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and you get a license through the city.
So that
Because
person, are they gonna be like someone to sign for you to say that you know their job, or what role are they going to play when you work under them? It's like an internship, right?
yeah, it's like, America, the main problem here, they believe what they are being told,
Mm-hmm.
not what they have seen in the papers.
Mm-hmm.
If somebody who is in the like a journeyman or whatever
Mm-hmm. A journeyman is the lowest level,
is the
right?
lowest level in the plumbing,
Mm-hmm.
there is other people who have done in the plumbing in a bit level, but you can start as a journeyman.
Mm-hmm.
But you need to be under somebody, even if you know how to do the plumbing, so that the city will give you a test so that you go and do it.
So that person is like a guarantor,
It's a
right?
guarantor
Mm-hmm.
that they have been working with you, they know you know the work, so
Okay.
the city can allow you to go and do the exam. You can also do an exam, like if you want to do the small plumbing in your house. The
Mm-hmm.
city does not require you to have somebody to guarantee you.
Mm-hmm.
They're just going to give you a 75, 100 question, and you need to pass like a 75%.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
And then you can, and do you need a certain license to do plumbing?
In your house, you need a license, but when you pass that test,
Mm-hmm.
you
Or you have already
you
qualified?
have already qualified for yourself, only for your house,
Okay.
and you can do plumbing for your house,
Excuse me.
like 2 or 3 houses,
Okay.
not more than that.
Okay. What about if someone came from home
Mhm.
and they wanted to go to plumbing school, like trade school, and do plumbing? How does that go about?
I can say plumbing is a best course in America because not so many people like doing these, like
In the
that.
manual work?
Them not in the manual work.
Hmm.
I
The
can
dirty
say
job.
the dirty job, the people who work are like in the third class. Do you know
Hmm.
in America is being classified?
It's a fast world
Yes,
country.
a first world country. I say
Hmm.
that the job they are being classified.
Hmm.
There is first class, class B, and class C.
Oh, that's a classy job,
Yeah, that's a class C job.
but it pays a lot.
Even if it's being paid a lot, no more America they don't like to. They had to have a lot of scratch. Like when you touch somebody,
Hmm.
they ask where do you work, because like in a plumbing you must be dealing with the pipes. Even if you put gloves,
Hmm.
sometimes you forget.
Hmm.
Sometimes you need your hand, you don't in a glove because of the small stuff you need to hold.
Hmm.
So that's why most Americans they don't like it,
Hmm.
because like it's a dirty job. Like
Okay, but you make a lot of money. So if you did not have to go through that guarantor thing, that you have to work under him so that he can go and just say a word that you can do plumbing for them,
mm,
and you went to school,
mm.
then would you be allowed to do the test and now get the license to become a plumber?
No, you must have somebody who is going to guarantee you. And
Even after going to school?
when you are to school in America, no, they are doing no, the school in America is the one that is going to guarantee you.
Oh, yeah.
They are going to give you the certificate that we have been this guy for the last 3 years.
Oh,
Yeah,
so how
yeah.
long does the course take in college?
In college, it usually take like 3 years.
But that is inclusive of the prerequisites,
Yeah,
right?
everything. Yeah, 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 yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Now, so you have heard about plumbing.
Mhm.
You can do it. And he's like he said that if you don't want to go to school, you can go through someone. You go through an attachment, and you do the test, or maybe you can go to school. So it depends. And of course, you make a lot of money when you're a plumber, because I know you can make like
Mhm.
45,000 a
Yeah,
year.
and yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you can make a lot of money. So but it's good to be certified, because you don't want to go and put those pipes on someone's house and then they start leaking and they sue you.
Mhm.
You don't want to be sued for that. Now let's talk about a truck driving, because that one you have done it. You have driven a big truck, and you will tell us the challenges and like what happened. Where did you stop and all that? So where did you start? And why? Before, where did you start? Why did you decide to become a truck driver?
Why I decided to become a truck driver? Because when I came here, I wanted to be a plumber, but when I heard that I must be under somebody for the next 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
in my mind, it didn't go well
Mm-hmm.
because, like, I didn't want to be supervised. Because plumbing back home, I did it for the last 10 years, back 10 years.
Mm-hmm.
So to come back here to be trained again another 3 years, so
Mhm.
I feel it.
You
It's
didn't
not.
want to do that.
I don't want to go under the same channel again.
Mm-hmm.
That's why I decided to do the tracking.
Mm-hmm.
Tracking is good,
Mm-hmm.
but tracking does not require somebody with young family. Like
Mhm.
you have small kids. Tracking requires somebody who is a bit free, like your kids are a bit mature, like the the youngest to be not less than 10 years or 8 years.
Why?
Because you know the kids each and every time they are nagging you, they are calling you, Dad, when are you coming home?
Mm-hmm.
Because when you want to make money with the tracking, you cannot do when you do the local job,
Mhm.
yes, you get like $20 an hour,
Mm-hmm.
but it's not enough because you only work for 8 hours.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably $160 a day.
Mm-hmm.
And you cannot be able to manage your bills with 160 days and all the time.
Uh-huh.
And because you have this class A, like I am going to show you, you know, people might think that it's not true. It
Mm-hmm.
is written there up a commercial driving license.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. This is
No,
class A.
yeah, here, or even here at the top.
It's
Yeah,
written
yeah, here, the commercial.
oh, commercial driver's license. It's yeah, it's a I hope that you can see it.
Mm.
Yeah, so when you get it, it's written see.
It's not
I don't know
clear.
if you can see it, but here on top is written a commercial driver's license. So it's a little bit different when you get your it's called a CDL, in other words. So your ID is a little bit different.
Yeah, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
To get a commercial driving license is not easy because there are so many tests you need to undergo.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to do the air brakes,
Mm-hmm.
you have to do the general knowledge.
Mm-hmm.
Another thing you have to do the air brakes and the general knowledge and the combination because the truck is like is like a two vehicles.
Mm-hmm.
There is one at the back that is being pulled,
Mm-hmm.
and the where the driver sits. It is called a 18 wheelers
Mm-hmm.
truck.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's not easy to get a license, especially when you are black and you have a certain language that
An accent.
not in an accent. These people they don't understand what you are talking about.
So before you go to the practical part, tell us about the theory part. Like do you have to do a theory part of it before you go
Yeah,
and do the practical,
yeah.
or do you just go and they give you a truck and you start driving?
No, you must pass like the theory part is so hard because they are like each and every section, like the air brakes is 25 questions,
Mm-hmm.
and you must 21 questions. So you need to fail
Only 4.
only 4.
Whoa. Uh-huh.
The general knowledge is 20 question, and you only need to fail only 1.
Oh my god.
So you need to get 19 out of 20.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is another one called combination.
Mm-hmm.
It's 25 question. You need to pass with the 22.
Mm-hmm.
You need only to fail 3.
Mm-hmm.
So that is a big challenge. Like
So do you get materials to study, or do you just study online and then you go and take the test?
no, there is a book that you need to study, but you know it's very shallow according to the question they are going to ask you.
Uh-huh.
So I can advise somebody who want to do the whatever to get a commercial license. You need to study more online. Like you go to Google, like the commercial whatever in each and every
Oh, the
state.
test.
The
Uh-huh.
test.
Are they different in different states?
Yeah, in each and every state
They are different.
they are different.
Okay, now you have done the theory part and you have like if you fail, how many times are you supposed to take it? How many times can you take the
You are
test?
supposed to take 3 times.
Okay.
In each and every section.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's assume that you failed 3 times. Do you have to have a waiting period before you retake the test?
You need to wait for another 6 months before you do it another test.
Okay.
In the commercial license.
Okay, so you have done the test
Yeah.
and now you have passed. So
Mhm.
what next? So before you go to do the test, because you went to driving school, right?
Mhm.
So when you went to driving school,
Mhm.
the truck driving school,
Mhm.
did you study the theory part or did you go for the practical part?
First of all, you do the theory part,
Mm-hmm.
because before you pass the theory, you cannot go to the practical part before you pass the theory.
So in the school, first of all, they teach you the theory part
The
of it.
theory part of it.
Okay.
They give you like some few days or some few weeks so that they train you how to answer the question in the theory part.
Mm-hmm.
After you pass the theory part, then they start training you the skills.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Now, let's go to the skills part. So when you go to the skills part and you have gone for training, how long are you trained? Are you trained like how what's the duration?
It always depends with the. Do you know some people they understand very fast.
Mm-hmm.
Others they take time.
Yeah.
Like the skills is not easy
Mm-hmm.
because you are supposed to do the backing,
Mm-hmm.
that is reversing the truck
Mm-hmm.
with an angle, like you come, then you go, you drive back, you go to an angle of 90 degrees.
Oh wow. Uh-huh. I don't know that. I don't even know how to park my car like the whatever. I only know the curved one. Uh-huh.
That is the hardest thing
Mm-hmm.
because they are going to tell you drive a truck like some few miles, no minutes, some few meters ahead
Mm-hmm.
of you.
Mm-hmm.
Then they put some whatever, they put some cones. You are supposed to come to get in that dock, like they assume you are getting into the dock.
And are you supposed to drop the cones?
They tell you if you drop a cone, you have already hit somebody,
What?
so you failed.
What?
That is the when I was doing driving,
Mhm.
that was the hardest part of it. And so many
When
people
you are
they
doing the theory part, the
the
practical part of
practical,
it.
yeah,
Uh-huh.
that is where so many people they fail.
What?
And when you go to do the test, that is the first thing you are going to be tested. Yeah.
It's called the elimination
Yeah, because they know
method.
it's only a few people who is going to manage
Hmm.
for the 90 degrees. So you back up, and it's timed. The bad thing, that person who is testing you is checking his watch. So he's probably supposed to be back within 3 minutes.
Hmm. And you back with 10 minutes.
You know, after 3 minutes they're over. That guy he give you the red flag, and it's
What?
over. It's over.
Oh my gosh. So you did the test and you passed, which is a good thing and congratulations.
Thank you.
So what did it take for you to pass the test?
A sacrifice, because like even if you pass the skills,
Mm-hmm.
you have also to drive like almost 20 miles or more than 20 to 50 miles
Mm-hmm.
with an examiner there.
So why are you doing that? So that they can know whether you can drive nicely or what?
It's just like 20 minutes people not to become a commercial licensed drivers.
So I have a question
Mhm,
because I know that you did the first time and you did not pass here in
mhm,
Kansas.
mhm,
So you had to go and take your test in Missouri.
mhm.
So why did you decide to go and take your test in Missouri?
Because the people who are testing in Kansas, most of them they are racist. I'm sorry to say so.
Mm-hmm.
And if you are black and you have an accent,
Mm-hmm.
so these people they see like you are not supposed to have that license.
No, I think it's first of all they do not understand what you're saying, so they think that you do not understand what you're
Yeah, they
doing.
see like you don't understand because they can tell you after 2 miles you need to take an exit.
Mm-hmm.
Back home, most people they don't know what is an exit is like, or you are going to take a right turn or you are going to take left turns.
Yeah.
Like when you are driving in the highway, after you exit from the highway,
Mm-hmm.
or you are just coming to get into the highway,
Mm-hmm.
there are some meters or some miles you need before you go to the next line.
Mm-hmm.
So if you are not curious about it, you are not going to pass it.
So what did you find different when you went to do your test in Missouri?
Who I even Missouri, like in Kansas, I almost passed, but when I was coming to exit, like I touched the whatever the pavement.
Oh, the curb.
The curb.
Mm-hmm.
When you touch the curb,
You have failed.
you have failed.
Fail.
Yeah.
Go home.
Yeah. Like touching the curb is like you have hit somebody.
Oh, okay.
So the first day when I went to do the test, the guy told me the corner I was taking, not so many people were passing there unless you are qualified driver.
Mm-hmm.
So
Unless you've done it so many times.
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
not so many times. You have gone to the road with the other people.
Oh, you are
Your
experienced.
experience.
Mm-hmm.
So they take you somewhere there before you come to the whole 18 wheelers. You touch
Oh, the curb.
the curb and
Mm-hmm.
you are done. But when I went to Missouri, it was easy. Like within 2 weeks, I had my own license.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so it took so now you have had your license,
Mhm.
and then you got a job, of course.
Mhm.
So do they first of all give you a truck by yourself to drive,
No,
or like what's the process for a new person who has just done truck driving?
because you are so green in the tracking,
Mm-hmm.
they give you a trainer
Mm-hmm.
of which you are supposed to go with that guy for a whole month
Mm-hmm.
to show you how to be driving. The bad thing about the trainer, they give you the truck in the big cities.
Oh, they maybe that's what they are told to do.
And you know, in the big city, there are so many traffic, like there are so many cars, there are so many crazy drivers.
Mm-hmm.
So when you get panic, this driver he starts shouting at you. You can become frustrated.
Okay, so you need to be very, very patient.
And you need to have patience in your mind to
Mm-hmm.
be composed, to be you seeing everything is okay,
Okay.
so that you can be able to make it. Like when I went to drive it in Seattle, Seattle is a very crazy town. Like
Mm-hmm. In Seattle, Washington, right?
yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there is a lot of traffic. There are so many lines. There are so many things that happens in the highway.
Mm-hmm.
That's when I get a real challenge in the highway because I had to drive it for almost 45 to 1 hour in the traffic.
Okay.
That was very challenging in big cities. Yeah,
So, but you made it,
I
right?
made it. Yeah.
Now, and you did the job for some time, right?
Mm.
So, what made you quit the job?
I didn't quit the job.
Mm-hmm.
Why I decided to leave the tracking, my wife she was not feeling okay, and we had small babies.
Mm-hmm.
So I see like everything is not working because my wife she's in hospital. I have small baby who want to go to school,
Mm-hmm.
small kids.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, in America, I don't have other relatives. Like
And you don't have a babysitter.
I don't have a babysitter. Yeah,
It's expensive to hire one.
not even expensive to get one.
It's hard.
Is hard.
Mm-hmm.
So I decided I need to go back home to help my wife to cater for her to get out from hospital
Mm-hmm.
and to try to make things move on. Yeah, that's why I decided to get out from the tracking. First of all, to deal with the family matters, the
Mm-hmm.
family issues.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm ready to go back to the on the road.
So my question is, and we have some people who have been asking me, they want to come, they want to
Mm.
do truck
Mm.
driving. So how would you advise a person with a young family with truck driving? Like, how are the hours? Does it work well with someone who has a young family, or like?
I can say it doesn't work well because most of the time you're out of town. Like
But the money is good.
you get a good money. Like every week you can be pocketing like 2 to 3 thousand
Oh wow,
US
that's a lot.
dollars.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't have time because most of the time you sleep in the truck. The truck you drive, it have a bed, it have microwave, it have a fridge.
Mm-hmm. So
What
it's
you
like a home. So
It's
it's like a
like a
small
home.
home.
What
Uh-huh.
you don't have in that truck is only the bathroom.
Mm-hmm.
So you get the challenge of going to the truck stop to get a shower.
Mm-hmm. Does it have a toilet?
It doesn't have a toilet, but
Okay,
you manage yourself how you'll be going to the toilet.
but the truck stops.
Their truck stop. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
yeah. But sleeping is not a problem because you have the bed
Mm-hmm.
on your truck
Mm-hmm.
and you are alone.
Okay.
Yeah.
So the best thing is not to like target yourself. What about if you want to become your own employer? You buy your own truck and you just whatever. Like, how does that one go?
You cannot complete school, then you buy your own truck because you don't know the route. There are so many things that you don't know.
Mm-hmm.
You need to be employed at least for the next 6 months,
Mm-hmm.
so that you can be able to get used of the road.
Mm-hmm.
You know how you are supposed to log in, how you are supposed to get load. There's so much you need to know
Mm-hmm.
from a certain company so that you can be able to employ yourself.
So you can't just finish and then you're like, I'm gonna buy my truck and just start
Yeah,
working.
yeah,
So you
yeah.
have to be hired by someone.
Mm.
Okay.
Not somebody like a company. Do you know it is good to be hired by a big company,
Mm-hmm.
because the big company, they are going to give you a new truck. So you are not going to be have worried like you have a truck that is not okay. Because if the truck is not operating well, you just tell the company the truck is not good.
Or they give you another one.
Then they give you another one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that is a good advantage with the company. But they don't pay good.
Oh, the companies.
Mhm.
I thought you said that you make $2,000 to $3,000
Well,
a week.
when you have your own truck, you can make more than that, because you can make probably from about 4,000 to
Uh-huh.
5,000 a week
Uh-huh.
when you have your own truck.
Okay, now, now I have another question. Like when you're buying the truck, would you go for an old one or would you go for a new one?
It always depends, because some people, it's a luck. I can say it's a luck. You can go for a new one. It does not give you a good service.
Why? I thought you knew it's good.
New is good, but it always depends
Mm-hmm.
with what you have. You can go for an old one. It give you the service.
What if when it breaks down and you have to take it to the mechanic every
You
day?
are done. You are done. You are
So,
unless you are mechanic. Some people, they know a lot of stuff they can be able to fix for themselves.
uh-huh,
If you can be able to fix the truck by yourself,
uh-huh.
I can advise you go for a old one. But nowadays, to get an old truck is not easy.
So the best thing is to buy a new one that you don't have to take to the mechanic every
Yeah,
day.
you'll be paying the loan. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Because someone might be like, this one is cheap and it's old and it's gonna help me. But so how is labor? Like when you take to the mechanic, does it cost so much or what?
Yeah, it costs you a lot of money. Not
Mm-hmm.
not not a little money, a lot of money like that.
Okay.
And that's why most people from our country, they usually go to buy the old truck. And most of them, when you are passing on the highway, you see them stuck on the road. But
Do you help?
you cannot help.
Why? Oh, because you are on a time clock that's running, right?
Not even a time clock.
Mm-hmm.
When you pull a truck on the roadside, the next somebody who is going to pull up is the
Is
cop,
the cop, yeah. Mm-hmm.
and they're going to give you a heavy ticket.
Also, you can't just go stopping everywhere.
You can't, unless your truck have a mechanical problem.
Oh, okay.
That is the excuse. And if it's something like the
So
tire,
here there is not like the way you find that at home in Africa when something stops, people go to help to push it. So there
no,
is
no, no,
nothing
no, no,
like
no, no.
pushing.
In the highway, you cannot find anybody who is helping you. Even
Mm-hmm.
if you know that person, you're just going to give me a call. Hello, what happened? Okay, and they just leave you.
That's the system here,
That's
right?
the system. Yeah.
Okay. Oh wow. So guys, you've heard about truck driving. I know people are asking me about truck driving. So you will decide whether you come here, whether you want to become a truck driver. It's a good job, yes, but you have to look at all those dynamics. Look, you have a family. Do you want to leave your family for a longer time? You have kids. Do you want your kids to be seeing you after every maybe 1 month or whatever? So you decide. But I think Francis was able to tell us so much about it and how to go about it because he's done it and he has the license, but he can do it because we have small kids. He has to stay home so that we at least to help each other to take care of the kids, but eventually he will go back. So do you have to renew the license, or when you get it you have just gotten it?
Yeah, you must be renewing it each and after 2 years, because you must go for the DOT.
Mm-hmm.
They do you a drug test.
Uh-huh.
They see how you are doing. They check your physical, whatever, whether you are strong or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
They check your eyes.
Mm-hmm. If you are still seeing properly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So you must be renewing your license after. But if you lose it, you lose the CDL.
You forget to renew.
You forget to renew it.
What
That's it.
happens?
That chapter is closed. You
What?
you need to go back to class again. So it is a good license. You must have it and you must keep it.
Okay, so what's the parting shot? What can you tell the viewers?
Those who drink, don't come to America to drive the commercial truck because you are going to die
Uh-huh.
and you are going to lose your family, you are going to lose everything.
Uh-huh.
So, what I can tell you, when you come to America, driving truck is good,
Mm-hmm.
is the best job.
Mm-hmm.
But when you have a young family,
Mm-hmm.
that is another challenge that can make your dreams not come true. Because like my wife, she usually go to school, and I want to support her to finish her school,
Mm-hmm.
so that when she is done, we are done with that chapter.
Oh
But
yeah.
when she go to school and we don't have anybody who can watch for the kids, I
Mm-hmm.
must be there to look for the kids.
Right.
That's why I decided, let me go back home, let me swallow my pride, and I forget about the truck. I'll go back later.
Okay, so thank you very much, Francis, for being with us. I hope that this video is going to help you guys. And if you have more questions, write them down there on the comments section. And we will see you on another video. Thank you and God bless you.